Swindley Well Services here again. Gonna do a little different video for you. Not talking about wells. Gonna talk about the top 4 tips that I've learned on how to be efficient at running a mini excavator. I'm gonna start this video off before all the haters tear me up. I'm not an expert by any means. There are a whole lot of other people out there that have a lot more seat time than I do. I am self-taught. I haven't really been taught anything, so I've kind of had to figure this out on my own. So, those of you out there that are kind of in my shoes, this is going to be a good video for you. The ones that have got a lot of seat time, click on the next video. So here we go. Top 4 things I've learned about how to become an efficient operator is, number 1, learn how to move the machine with your feet. Alright, this is going to sound like an easy one here, but when I first started out, I was running it like this. And it's not that big of a deal right now, but when you're digging a ditch, you can dig a little hole like this and move back and keep on going. Versus doing that, taking your hands off the joysticks and then coming down. It's a whole lot smoother to just keep on going like this. See how I got my feet on the pedals? When I'm digging this ditch here, I'm constantly backing up, keeping my machine in a good position for me to locate to the next dig. And that's what we use our machine mostly for. We use it to dig water lines. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is learn where your machine has the most power, okay? And the easiest way to work with a machine like this is not when you're all the way out like this, and not when you're all the way up here digging. Alright, your machine has the most power when that arm is right there at a 45 degree. Not only digging power, but for everything. Alright, so I didn't learn this. It took me a while and a more experienced operator telling me this for me to figure it out. I'd always be digging a ditch, and I'd always pull it all the way up here to where it's right at the bucket, and you just end up getting too close for comfort, and your machine doesn't have as much power. So what I've learned is when you taking a water line and doing a water line, have the machine out there at 45, and then when you start getting close, just move it on back. Just move it back a little bit, keep going. That's what I've learned helps me out as far as staying efficient and getting the job done as efficiently as possible. Okay, so that's number 1 is, holy cow, I can't even remember what I said. Number 1 is obviously about you work the joysticks and move the machine with your foot pedals. Number 2 is what I just told you about the machine having the most power at a 45 degree. Number 3, this is probably the most important one, is learn how to move the tracks with the boom instead of your feet. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. I got my hands off, I'm trying to do it. See how it's kind of just sliding in this sloppy stuff that I'm in? Well, watch this. I'm gonna put the bucket down, rotate the tracks, and they just rotate all the way over like that. They're way out over here. I'm gonna do it the other way. And all I'm doing is whatever way I want to move the tracks. If I want to move the tracks that way, I'm taking my left joystick and I'm swinging the boom to the right. And that's moving it. Alright, if I want to move my tracks back to the right, I'm moving my tracks to the right and swinging the boom to the left. The way I always remember it is what way I want to move my tracks, I move the boom the opposite. And it's a whole lot easier, not only if you're digging on a ditch and you need to get off the ditch, you can rotate like that. get the machine off the ditch and just walk off of it. You know, or kind of like what I showed you before, if you get in real sloppy places and the machine's just sitting there, the tracks are sitting there spinning while you're trying to turn, it's a whole lot easier to set the bucket down and just do it like that. Alright, so that's number 3. Number 4, and probably the most important, smooth is fast. Alright, so you know, when you're digging, you know, don't be maxing the bucket out like that. Don't work the arm where it's all the way maxed out like that, where it's maxed out like this. You know, not only is that a whole lot easier on your machine, but the smoother you get, the faster you'll get too. I know I'm just covering up this little bit of ditch here that I dug for a visual demonstration, but you know, it took me a while to figure this out. It took me a while to, you know, it's just like anything else. Don't get frustrated with it. Just take your time, and sooner or later you'll get it. And I'm the type of person that probably a lot of you out there are like, I want to learn things fast, and I don't want to take the time to do it the right way. And it's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes it just takes a lot of seat time, and that's okay. Unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, I've just kind of learned all this stuff the hard way. So I'll quit rambling on here. Hope y'all found this video helpful. I know I could be a lot better if I would have known these tips a lot sooner. We've had a mini excavator now in our fleet probably 4 years, and I'm by no means an expert, but I figured some things out. I figured them out the hard way, figured them out the short way. So obviously, if y'all got any more tips out there for me, or that you want to share, feel free to do that. You know, you can just see I'm kind of playing out here right now. It's tired, cold, just ready to go home, really, to be honest with you. So feel free to leave comments out there as you see me, or tell me I'm an idiot, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine too. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.